So you will see that this question F is the equation is similar to question D, whereby in the question D I use factorization method, but in this case I would like to use the substitution method in terms of the technique of completing the square. Instead, I want to give you various of methods that you can use, okay, according to which one that you suitable to use. Alright, so in this case, you know that you can change the indices in order to do the substitution. Again, we are doing the same thing all over again. So you can now let an alphabet equals to 6 to the power of x, so that you can use the m for a while to replace it until you achieve sort of like a quadratic equation over here. Alright, so this is a quadratic equation, but in this case we want to apply this quadratic equation in the technique of completing the square, by the technique of completing the square. Therefore, now I teach you how to use the completing the square. This is sort of like the outline of an easy method of completing the square, where you write down the m in front, and you must, whatever number you have here, you divide it with 2, which is, it will become positive 3, and at the back here you must take whatever number inside here, you copy it exactly like that. Alright, therefore you simplify it, you will get m plus 3 squared minus 9 equals to 2. Simplify it again, you will get 11. And now you can't leave your answer like that. You want to do square root both sides. Okay, you square root both sides. This one will disappear and it will give you positive and minus, positive and negative, square root of 11, and you will get only m plus 3. Therefore your m is equals to negative 3 plus or minus surd of 11. And this is not the end yet. You need to change it back, whatever you have assumed just now. Okay, change this m into two different equations, which is 6 to the power of x equals to negative 3 plus surd 11, or another equation is 6 to the power of x equals to negative 3 minus surd 11. So how do you find the value of x itself? Because that is your aim, isn't it? So the only choice that you have is by using the log both sides, because when you use log both sides you can bring the power of x down. But before that, write down the log for both sides. Okay, you bring the power of x to the front. You still remember the use of law of logarithm, right? So bring the power down, copy the log 6 back, copy the rest of it back, and make sure inside of this log must be positive value. Use your calculator and you'll find this is a positive value. Therefore your x is equals to log negative 3 plus surd 11 over log 6, and your answer is negative 0.6418. For the next equation, you are using the same technique, which is log both sides. So directly we just write it down like this, and hence Double check your log whether this is positive or negative, and use your calculator. You will find that this is negative value. After you know that this is negative value and you press log negative value, it will give you a math error in your calculator. So directly you make a conclusion, you just write it down, x is undefined because log cannot be negative. Thank you, that's all for now.